Namaskaram, Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, Karma Yoga, and the first sloka. The sloka starts with a question by Arjuna. This chapter begins with a question. So Arjuna asks Bhagavan, "O Janardana," so Janardana, one who takes care of everyone on the earth. So he says, "Yes, you will take care of me too." So he asks, "Janardana, if you consider knowledge is superior than action, why do you ask me to wage this war?" Because Arjuna feels that this war is terrible action, it's a terrible karma. So why should I do that when knowledge is superior to action? And he says, "My intellect is bewildered by your ambiguous advice. You are giving mixed statements. It is confusing my intellect. So please tell me for certain the path by which I may attain the best, the highest good." Krishna already advised Arjuna. So in the first chapter, Arjuna wanted clarification. So he gave him the spiritual knowledge in the first chapter. In the second chapter, Bhagavan gave him the knowledge of Karma Yoga. He taught him Karma Yoga. So how a karma is to be performed. There should not be feeling of I. That is, I am the doer. You should give it up. Then don't expect any fruits of action. Offer every karma to God and don't get attached to karma. So this is what Bhagavan taught in the second chapter. And he gave the knowledge of Atma, that immortal self. And he taught about Swadharma, the duty. So he reminded Arjuna of his duty. As a Kshatriya, you have to wage war. Then he taught him Karma Yoga. Then Yoga of intellect. How intellect has to be given spiritual knowledge to keep it pure, in the purified form. Then how to remain detached from the objects around us, and how to have unwavering intellect. So he taught everything in the second chapter. So here we find it's like a interaction between a student and a teacher. Student keeps getting doubts and teacher clarifies the doubt. Just teacher understands where the student gets the doubt. So the teacher again explains the area where it is not understood by the student. So throughout Gita we find this. So here you find knowledge is superior to action. This is what this is what assumed by Arjuna. So his interpretation is wrong. And he says, fighting is a terrible action. So now Krishna understood where he has gone wrong. So how to bring him out of that. So he has understood his mental state. And he has not understood the equanimity. So he has not understood what is a pleasant situation, what is unpleasant situation. So the situation in which Arjuna is how he has to react. So Bhagavan, having understood that, he is giving the explanation, further explanation to him, and this entire chapter deals with Karma Yoga. So here when teaching is done, we find there are 3 stages. One is Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana. So Shravana, keep hearing. So one time hearing is not enough to understand the concept. Even for us, when we attend any class, whether it's for adult or children, we find if you attend the class once or twice, but it is difficult for us to understand the concept, whichever subject it is. So it should be repeatedly heard, and we need to reflect on teaching, manana, and it is followed by Nididhyasana, internalize. So So we have to take it into our intellect and we should contemplate on that. That is what internalize. Internalization is very important. So here he has not done this process. So he is getting confused. So he is saying, you are confusing my intellect with your mixed statement, because he has not understood. Bhagavan said, Karma Yoga is to be done along with observing knowledge. You are applying the knowledge and doing your karma. So when you are doing Karma Yoga, you are following Jnana Yoga too. That is what Lord Krishna says, because the instructions are given. Number 2, this is what you have to do. Number 2, this is what you have to do. So that is the instruction. That is a jnana. That is a knowledge we receive. And we are applying that knowledge. This is like doing an experiment. So when you do an experiment, the instructions are given by the teacher already, and she even explained the concept already. And when you do the experiment, we apply that knowledge. So step by step we apply that. So there you are applying that knowledge. So here Krishna says, I have given you the knowledge. While doing the karma, you are applying that knowledge. This is how Karma Yoga is done. While doing Karma Yoga, you are automatically following Jnana Marga. So this is explained by Krishna. So this entire chapter deals with Karma Yoga. So here Bhagavan explains how each step has to be taken, and how it has to be followed, and how it has to be executed. So that's why in the second sloka, Arjuna says, you are confusing my intellect with your mixed statements. But he is also saying, tell me the one path by which I will attain the highest good. So he is very sure that only Bhagavan can guide him. Whatever Bhagavan says, he says, I will accept. I will follow that. You choose the best for me. I will do it. So here it is like a beginner's class. So in it can be art or any music or anything. It can be a regular subject. For beginners, the concepts are very simple. And the teacher prepares the syllabus in such a way that the fundamental principles or fundamental concepts are taught to the children. So it is easier for the child to go up and understand the higher concepts. So at the higher level. So here Krishna has started explaining Karma Yoga at the primary level. So at each step we can find in the chapter, Krishna goes up the ladder. So he is taking us up the ladder by giving instructions to us. So he is teaching to Arjuna is step by step here. So from third chapter you find the teaching in full swing, and in third chapter from third sloka he starts giving answer to these two questions. What Arjuna asked in this chapter. So which is better? That is Jnana Yoga or the Karma Yoga. So how karma has to be performed. So, and how is Karma Yoga superior to Jnana Yoga, and who can all do Karma Yoga and who can all do Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga cannot be followed by everyone. It is not easy. That is why Krishna says, for you are a Kshatriyan, you have got the duty to fight. So you cannot leave the battlefield now. You have to fight now, because you have come all the way. Because there is no other way to go away from the battlefield, because this is a final resort. You have both Kauravas and Pandavas took this. So you have to fight against the Kauravas to establish Dharma. So you can't go away and you cannot say that I will be Jnani. You cannot be Jnani. You have got your duty, so do your Swadharma. But while doing Karma Yoga, you are following Jnana Marga. So if these two questions, we get the answer from Lord Krishna. And this is the answer for us to lead our life. Every day we come across so many challenges and we find so many disturbances. So how to perform our karma yoga? We cannot be jnanis. We cannot leave our family and become sannyasi. How to remain in the family and do your duty. That is what we learn from this.